Good evening, families and guests. Welcome to the 2024-25 Minnesota Honor Society Induction Ceremony. We are grateful for your presence tonight as we come together to recognize and celebrate These scholars set a high standard. They serve as positive examples throughout Monticello High School. They are individuals of integrity who influence others through their actions and their presence. We are deeply proud of each and every one of them and the positive impact that they have made during their high school journey thus far. Tonight, we celebrate their achievements and look forward to the future they will continue to shape. As we prepare for tonight, please be sure your phones are set to silent. At this time, I'd like to turn your attention to the sides of the auditorium. The inductees from the senior class will be entering on my left, and the inductees from the junior class will be entering on my right.
Welcome to the 2024-2025 Minnesota Honor Society Induction Ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of this prestigious student recognition program. At this time, I ask that you all stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our chapter is proud to be inducting these new members with tonight's ceremony, indicating the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, the members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which established our eligibility for the membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve for our school and community through many activities, include hosting blood drives at our school and assisting with local charitable activities. We are proud of this record of accomplishment and welcome these members who bring new energy and support in continuing work as Minnesota Honor Society members.
It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Monticello chapter of the Minnesota Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the society. The mother candle is the lamp by which we read the past, the torch that guides us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. From this candle, we light 4 other candles that serve as the 4 pillars of the Minnesota Honor Society. Senior and junior members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. We begin with scholarship, presented by Kaylee McFarland.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Presenting leadership is Casey Turner.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school in taking initiative in the classroom and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The student who exercises leadership is resourceful in proposing new problems, applying principles, and making suggestions, demonstrates leadership in promoting school activities, exercises influence in promoting school ideals, contributes ideas that improve the civic life of school, is able to delegate responsibility, exemplifies positive attitudes, inspires positive behavior in others, demonstrates academic initiatives, successfully holds school offices or positions of responsibility, conducts business efficiently and effectively, and is reliable and dependable, demonstrates leadership in the classroom, at work, and in school activities, and is thoroughly dependable in any responsibility accepted.
Presenting service is A.T. Thompson.
The character trait I am speaking of is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the community. A willingness to speak for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or public recognition, is a quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. The student who serves is willing to uphold scholarship and maintain a loyal school attitude, participates in outside activities such as scouting, 4-H, church groups, volunteer services for the aged, poor, or disadvantaged, volunteers with dependable and well-organized assistance, is gladly available and is willing to sacrifice to offer assistance, works well with others, and is willing to take on difficult or inconspicuous responsibilities, cheerfully and enthusiastically renders any requested service to the school, is willing to represent the class in or out of school in interclass and interscholastic competition, does work without complaining, shows courtesy by assisting visitors, teachers, and students.
Presenting character is Samantha Vole.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect for others. It is the force of character that guides one through life and once developed, grows steadily within. The student of character takes criticism willingly and accepts recommendations graciously. Constantly exemplifies desirable qualities of personality, that is, cheerfulness, friendliness, poise, and stability. Upholds principles of morality and ethics, cooperates by complying with school regulations concerning property, programs, office, classroom, and halls. Demonstrates the highest standards of honesty and reliability. Shows courtesy, concern, and respect for others. Observes instructions and rules, punctuality, and faithfulness, both inside and outside of the classroom.
Thank you to all our criteria presenters. You may now return to your seats. We will now introduce our speaker.
Tonight's guest speaker is a 2017 graduate of Monticello High School, Samantha Zwicky. During her time as a student, Samantha was an active member of the Student Council, 3-year member of the Minnesota Honor Society, and a senior captain of the dance team. Following her graduation from MHS, she ventured to the University of Wisconsin-Stout, where she obtained her bachelor's degree in hotel, restaurant, and tourism management and a Spanish minor. During her time at UW-Stout, she was heavily involved as a campus tour guide, a sister of the Alpha Phi sorority, a multi-year captain of the Blue Devils dance team, and an ambassador for the university's chancellor office. From 2017 to 2018, Samantha also represented our city as Miss Monticello, traveling to various festivals to spread the spirit of our community.
Professionally, Samantha spent a summer with the St. Cloud Rocks Baseball Club as a community and fan relations intern where she supported fan engagement, host family hospitality, and community initiatives before moving to Orlando, Florida to participate in Disney College program. Upon graduation from UW-Stout, she joined the Minnesota Vikings, first as a special events associate and later transitioning to her current role as a community relations coordinator, where she currently works to connect the brand to the community through various activations and programs, using the organization's platform for impact to make a positive difference in Minnesota and beyond. Please welcome Samantha Zwicky.
Thank you for the introduction, and hello, Monticello High School. I'm so honored and thrilled to be here this evening to celebrate your accomplishments and induction into the Minnesota Honor Society. The values your peers speak of this evening, scholarship, leadership, service, and character, are not only important to the purpose of tonight, but also important to think about each day, even beyond your time here within the walls of MHS. I'm lucky to have a really unique job, and we'll talk about it more in a little bit. Serving my community, though, has been the forefront of my life, and likely the same for many of you tonight. As I was preparing for tonight, I came across a quote I think a lot of us can probably relate to, and it states, "Volunteers don't necessarily have the time, they just have the heart." We're here tonight to honor the hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence each of you have worked toward. Maybe you're a student athlete or work a job outside of school. You could be involved in clubs like Student Council or Interact, or invested in theater. Whatever it may be, you have done many things to be recognized and recommended for this great honor here tonight. Congratulations. Join me in a round of applause really quick. To be a member of this community is special, and I hope each of you feel the same way. I was honored to be selected as Miss Monticello shortly after I graduated from MHS, and through this experience had the opportunity to serve our community through engagement with others, spreading the spirit of the Monticello River Fest and the people of this beautiful city just like you. You may think of the parades or the sparkly crown and long gowns, but I assure you it's a lot more than that. Throughout my life, I've always enjoyed being busy. If you're like me, you enjoy the fast life, something new every day, friendships and relationships with a lot of people, and a commitment to leaving the world a better place. In 2017, the crown and gown may have paved the opportunities for me, but the desire to impact those around me stays within me today. In my role today with the Vikings, I'm really lucky to have the opportunity to serve others through a notable brand. I recognize the platform of an NFL team is unique, and I really try never to take that for granted. In my role with the Minnesota Vikings, I work in the department that helps lead our organization through service and community engagement opportunities through various programs, events, and other activations. My job is to connect the front office staff, coaches, and players you know and love on Sundays to our community. Many of them didn't even start in this community, and so we look to find opportunities or unique interests of each of them to find the best way to connect them to a cause and use their platform for impact to its fullest potential. The Minnesota Vikings look for countless ways to impact the community, providing adopted and fostered youth with new shoes for the school year, partnering with Habitat for Humanity to build affordable homes for deserving families, visiting children in the Children's Hospital, both in the metro and abroad, and granting wishes through Make-A-Wish, just to name a few. You might be familiar with what we refer to as the League initiatives. These are programming efforts led by the League but activated at the club level each year. Crucial Catch is our cancer awareness efforts. Salute to Service, the military appreciation work for our nation's bravest heroes. My Cause, My Cleats, allowing players to represent the causes closest to them on a pair of custom shoes for a game each season. And Inspire Change, the leading social justice mission work committed to actions that move us toward an equal and just tomorrow. Outside of those encouraged programs, the Vikings also invest heavily in various other efforts, and I'm going to speak on a few of them tonight. Viking staff are fortunate to receive 20 hours of paid volunteer time each year. We encourage staff to get out in their own community to give back or partake in the volunteer opportunities we host. For the last 2 seasons, I led our volunteerism efforts seeking ways for Viking staff to use their 20 hours and establish meaningful connections in the Twin Cities. Through that responsibility of leading our volunteer program, I've had many great opportunities to connect with life-changing organizations. One of the most impactful life-changing organizations that I've worked with, though, is called My Very Own Bed. My Very Own Bed works to ensure that every child in our community has their own bed, a place to sleep, dream, and recharge, something I've always had readily available access to and probably taken for granted. Every week, volunteers visit the My Very Own Bed warehouse in Northeast Minneapolis to pack dream kits, a pillow, blanket, bed sheets, a stuffed animal, and a couple of books, and then deliver them to the homes of children who do not have their own bed, a concept that was wild to me. The first time I volunteered with My Very Own Bed, I was instantly hooked. The immediate impact I saw, both for the children and their parents, was life-changing. Prior to our bed deliveries, many of the children slept on the floor, an air mattress, the couch, or in their parents' beds. I couldn't believe it. After just a couple of hours of my time, I impacted the lives of so many, providing the children a better place to dream and allowing their parents peace at mind knowing their child's well-being was cared for even by a stranger. There are so many great organizations in our communities. I challenge every single person in this room to go out and find one, learn how you can get involved, and change the lives of others too. Volunteering doesn't need to be a full-time job. Just a couple hours each month can make more of an impact than you think. Each season, the Minnesota Vikings adopt a Special Olympics flag football team to represent our organization through an exclusive opportunity. If you're not familiar with what Unified Sports is, Unified Sports joins people with and without intellectual disabilities on the same team. It was inspired by a simple principle that training together and playing together is a quick path to friendship and understanding. A team selected through an application process signs official team contracts, practices at Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center, and travels for an away game to take on an opposing Unified team. This year, that team was the Jacksonville Jaguars. And wow, what an amazing weekend we just had. Countless virtual calls, hours of planning, and itinerary changes went into creating an unforgettable weekend for the team. The Unified game was a fun one, maybe a little more fun than yesterday's. But fun plays and winning scores aside, what really stuck out to me was the love and camaraderie these individuals had for one another. Some with different abilities and others not, but truly the connection these individuals had. It reminded me why I do what I do, and the importance and value of giving back to the community. High fives between the teams after every play, even when the ball was dropped or intercepted, cheering for both teams by both teams' fans, these are the parts that I'm going to remember forever. As I filled out my time card for the last couple of weeks, noticing I'd worked more than 14 days in a row and over 130 hours over 2 weeks, here's what I really took away. The hours are long and my inbox emails may be endless, but the impact made is truly what matters. I have been blessed with the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others, and I hope all of you find the opportunity to do the same as you go out and do the amazing things that you will. When I think of those who serve others, I think of the ultimate heroes. Our nation's bravest, those who serve in the United States military. Salute to Service is a league-wide initiative that we celebrate annually this time of year. And last week, we hosted a Salute to Service week where we held a military baby shower for expectant military moms, invited local veterans to the Vikings Museum for a reception with Vikings legends, hosted a youth football clinic at Camp Ripley, and our players took time to visit patients at the St. Cloud and Minneapolis VA hospitals. As we celebrate Veterans Day today, I'd like to take a brief moment to simply thank those who make the ultimate sacrifice, serving our country and protecting our freedoms. Please join me in a round of applause for any veterans in the room this evening, and thank you for your service. As you look to what's next, seniors or juniors, I encourage you to follow your dreams and pursue what's important to you. But I also encourage you to recognize the platform that you have to make an impact on others. You don't need an NFL team or a sparkly crown to give back. Find a service club at school or look for an employer that offers volunteer time. Give back to your community through volunteering at a local food shelf or collection event. Find a cause or a nonprofit through volunteering at a local, find a cause or a nonprofit that you connect with and seek out the opportunities to give back. Whatever it may be, take the skills you've learned through your time here at Monticello High School and develop them to continue being the great people that you are. Continue to be committed to volunteering your time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow, and remember, each of you have the ability to positively change another person's life. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sawicki. I would now like to invite Senior Alexis Gramillion to the stage to share about the upcoming Memorial Blood Drive that is sponsored by the Minnesota Honor Society.
One donation of blood can save up to 3 lives. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the who, what, when, where, and whys of a blood drive. For those of you guys who do not know what a blood drive is, I'm going to be starting with the what. So, what is a blood drive? It's pretty much where you go and you donate blood. It may seem like a simple process, but it's a little bit more complex than that. What you're going to do is you're going to check in, and then you're going to get a mini health eval, and then a mini physical, and then you're going to go and donate blood. Donating blood actually only lasts 7 to 15 minutes, so it's not really that long. And then afterwards, you're going to sit for around 15 to 30 minutes so we can watch you guys and so you can rehydrate yourself just to make sure you don't have any reactions to the blood. Donating blood can take roughly anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour, so it's not too much time out of your day. So, thinking about donating blood, who can really donate blood? Well, anyone really, as long as you are 16 years or older, and if you're 16, you do need a parent's permission form signed and given to us. And another little stipulation is if you're between 16 and 18 years old, you do have to follow the height and weight requirements that the Memorial Blood Drive has, just as a safety precaution because we don't want nothing to happen bad to you guys. But it's still a good opportunity. So, Monticello puts on an annual blood drive. Annual means we put on one every single year. Our blood drive this year is on Wednesday, December 4th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you're wondering where it is actually right here. Not in the auditorium, but it's actually going to be in a bloodmobile. If you don't know what a bloodmobile is, how I like to think of it is like a food truck, but kind of the opposite. So a food truck is where you're going to go and ask for food, and then they're going to make it, and they're going to give you your food, right? Well, a blood drive is you're going to go in, you're going to donate your blood, they're going to keep the blood, and you're going to have an amazing feeling knowing that you just saved someone's life today. So the last question that needs to be answered is the why. Why would someone want to donate blood? Well, honestly, it's important. For those of you who do not know, there is no other substitute for blood. The only way we can help someone who is in critical need of blood is by our very own blood. So we kind of need everyone, or at least whoever is willing, to donate blood to help save some people. And knowing that, our blood bank is never, ever full. We are always in need of blood. Always. Every 2 seconds, someone is in need of blood. And we need these donations to help those people out. So, I've answered the basic who, what, when, where, and why of a blood drive, but there is 3 things I want you guys to take away from my message today. Number 1 is that this is an amazing opportunity to get the community involved. I want to see everyone there, or everyone who is eligible. I want to see friends, I want to see parents, I want to see anyone out here trying to support and to save some people's lives. Number 2, I want you guys to remember that there is no substitute for blood. Blood cannot be made in a lab. The only way we can get blood for someone else is from ourselves. And the 3rd thing, every 2 seconds, someone needs blood. 1, 2, oh, someone needs blood. And we can be that solution. So, are you guys going to forget about this? Are you going to walk out that door and just forget about the blood drive? Or are you going to be the person who's going to go invite that friend and show up for the blood drive on December 4th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and donate blood for us to help save someone's life? The choice is yours.
Thank you, Alexis. Next, I would like to ask the students assisting with the introduction of the members, please join me on stage. To begin our presentation, Paulina Witchen will introduce all the senior members of the Minnesota Honor Society. They will be signing our permanent record book. This book has signatures from all Honor Society members of Monticello High School since 1965.
I will start with our second year members. Ethan Badhart Bull, Paige Balder-Lanou, Shane Buechler, McKenna Beegler, Allison Chaffins, Grace Curtis, Colton DeMars, Ella DeMars, Summer Derby, Jamin Dito, Olivia Dunn, Lainey Emanuel, Camden Fearbin, Jordan Friedel, Charlotte Geislinger, Adriana Goman, Alexis Gramillion, Tyler Grew,
Brock Holthouse. Josie Johnson. Vincent Cayley. Caleb Kahnbach. Addison Kippeth. Madeline Coker. Haley Keene. Roz Landcamer. Catherine Lemke. Brooklyn Lindberg. Kylie Mack. Claudia Martin. Kennedy McCullough. Kaylee McFarlane. Jocelyn Ordorf. Ezra Pemberton. Braden Rea. Maya Ritter. Isabel Robinson. Rebecca Russling. Cohen Schlangen.
Hadley Schultz. Aloysius Thompson. Lily Tiemann. Casey Turner. And Paulina Witchen. And now for our senior first year members, Samir Gupta. Hannah Johnson. Amber Moreira. And Jackson Moran.
Introducing junior members will be junior Nicholas Green.
Alexandra Anderst. Sophia Aurel. Madeline Barrow. Izzy Bergeson. Cami Branson. Hannah Chafins. Mackenzie Cotton. Julia Deshane. Alta Dane. Danielle Everswick. Natasha Forsty. Jordan Gertz. Nicholas Green. Oh, yeah, one. Alicia Grew. Lauren Hansen. Ella House. Haley Henke. Tiziana Hill. Analia Jones. Brenton Jones. Sheila Corindo. Colson Ketchum. Avery Colmanen. Ellie Koprek. Aubrey Krinky. Lily Langanki. Isabel Mahoney. Isabella May. Ruby Minder. Mia Morris. Cole Mueller. Elena Opatz. Claire Pauman. Isaac Rasky. Ava Roberts. Addison Ruda. Abby Ruda. Josie Sawatsky. Jordan Scribner. Emma Story. Linnea Tapper. Ella Vogel. Samantha Vole. Bennett White. Rayla Hausman.
We will now begin the candle lighting ceremony. The lighting of the candles symbolizes the importance of passing on the flame of knowledge to each generation. Seniors, please light your candles now.
It further symbolizes the desire for knowledge, learning, and growth. Should be the light that guides us through life. Juniors, please light your candles now.
At this time, with all new inductees, please raise your right hand for the Minnesota Honor Society pledge. Please repeat after me. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the Minnesota Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, and will always maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character.
This concludes this evening's Minnesota Honor Society induction ceremony. Please join me once again in applauding all of our new Minnesota Honor Society members. Thank you. On behalf of all MHS members, I would like to thank all of you for attending tonight's program. Please join us for fresh baked cookies being served on Main Street following a word from Ms. Zawicki and photos from the 2024 and 2025 members of the Minnesota Honor Society.
Thank you, ladies. You did a lovely job. Thank you for all coming out this evening to honor some of the finest students at Monticello High School. Please give them a second round of applause. I just want to take 1 minute to remind you that all members going forward this year are required to complete 15 hours of service during the school year. So I do send out quite a few emails. You can also find your own service activities, but keep a close eye on your email. And don't forget that you can jumpstart your hours by volunteering to help out at the Memorial Blood Drive on December 4th. Shortly, Alexis will be getting some posters up around school or sending out an email. I can't remember, Alexis, what we decided on, but look for that. I also want to remind you or let everyone know, if you haven't already seen, but on the back of the program this evening, there's a QR code that goes directly to the Memorial Blood Center's sign up to give blood on December 4th. And as Alexis said, we encourage all community members, family, friends to come out and donate. So you are welcome to sign up on that QR code as well. I am also the advisor of the Interact Club, which has the motto, Service Before Self. So I invite you to join us at our next meeting on Wednesday during Flex. In addition to email, you can join the Schoology group. That's also the code. Notice it's a group, not a class. The code to join the group is on the back of the program as well. And that's another place to receive announcements. Also, that's where I will have a copy of the community service verification form. Finally, senior members and senior families, Minnesota Honor Society members are able to wear the orange cord along with all your other great cords you're going to get at graduation. There is a $15 fee that will be added to your Infinite Campus account, so if you notice that on there, that's what it's from. As long as you pay that, you will get that orange cord along with the rest of your graduation gear in the spring. All right, so I'm just going to ask a couple of people to help me move these tables off to the side, and then if you can all get your candles back up here, and then we will take some pictures of juniors if you want to just step off to the side, and we'll get a picture of the senior class, and then seniors, you can move off to the side, and we will take the juniors can come back up on stage. So juniors, as you leave, please put your candles up here. A couple people help me move those tables, and we will move on. Gavin, you can go ahead and turn the lights on.